Grand Rise. Figured I'd make a video because of that. If you can see that. See, man, how the universe communicate to us. And that right there, you feel me? It's a confirmation like, yeah, you need to go and drop that video. Now, the video I had planned to drop, or the thing I had planned to talk about, nah, that was changed to something else. What I planned to talk about was something more personal, but I was advised to not get into that and talk about these numbers. So, with that being said, let's talk about these numbers. My first time, story time. Uh, when I first started experiencing the numbers, tell y'all how that happened. Now, there are numbers that are significant to me and to all of us. Could be birthdays, could be any significant date, right? Marriage. It could be when you met someone. It could be like a multitude of dates, right? So numbers. So I've always been into numbers, meaning that I was always great at math. I could always figure like stuff out real fast, quick, easy. But let me just talk about when I started seeing the synchronicities. Now, when I first started seeing the synchronicities, I just saw. I mean, it was numbers that I knew. Like it'll be my birthday. It'll be triple threes. It'll be 1111, which I would say make a wish or tell my spouse to make a wish. Um, so it would be numbers that were significant to me. Now, before I continue, let me talk about this cigarette I just smoked. And it's the beauty of it, right? So I'm not perfect, and nobody I know is perfect because we're always growing. We're always trying to better ourselves. We're always trying to get to another level, right? So now, but we are perfect in how we are created, though. All right, we were created perfect, right? So with that being said, there are things that we picked up along the line, vices or whatever you may want to call them. You feel me? That we do, and we might still be dealing with it. And let me tell y'all, let me encourage y'all. Look, bro, everything is in your life for a reason. So if it's there, just let it be there, but find out why. You know what I'm saying? Because with me, that's what I learned about the whole, and I did that in a previous video about when I the whole drug thing, like why I went through that. It makes sense. But when it comes to like the smoking though, the smoking is something about that tobacco. Feel me? Now, I know our people, did tobacco back then, so I think that might be something ancestral. But let me continue. So these numbers, right, that I'm seeing most time they were synchronicities, meaning that I would see like 103 on the time, and then like I look up and the tag number be 103, and then I look somewhere else it'll be 103. So it'll be all of these times I see these same numbers. All right. Now, what's interesting about that is these numbers. When I first started seeing them, I didn't really find out what they meant. I was just like, oh, okay, I just see these same numbers, synchronicities, right? Then I started to dive more. I started to find out, okay, what are these numbers? What do they mean? Some people call it gematria. Some people call it numerology, right? Some people call them angel numbers, right? But I see them. I'm gonna tell you how I see them as I experience them, right? So when I say, okay, well, let me find out what these numbers mean. And what I started to do, I started to look up these numbers. I used the site Angel Numbers. I used that site in the beginning a lot. So when I would see these numbers, I would write them down, and these numbers would literally be messages for me during that time. It's so amazing because during the time when I like really, really started paying attention to the numbers, it was like I want to say 2017 in New Jersey, and man, when I was out there, was seeing these numbers, and I was at a situation where I didn't know what decision to make. So I was like, okay, I was asking the universe, look, help me out, give me a sign. What should I do in this situation? And it gave me a number. I saw this number multiple times, looked at that number, and that number gave me the answer what I should do in that situation. When I did that, that situation turned out better than I imagined. So quite naturally, what did I do? I said, okay, I need to start paying more attention to these numbers because maybe they're trying to tell me something. All right. So as time went on, I started to learn that these numbers are definitely messages for us, for our life, to help us throughout life. And what I also learned was that the numbers that I was seeing were significant or they were resonant for me in my life at that time. For an example, one of the numbers was 729. At the time, I wasn't with my son's mother, and at that time, I was seeing 729, which is my son's birthday. And 729, I looked it up. It's like the message it was saying is continue on your path. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get blessings. And while I was looking up those numbers, that was the message that I was continuously getting. Mind you, I was on drugs. I was straight out bum in New Jersey, bro. Like just, but I was working. I was meditating. That's so crazy, bro. It was the two things. Like regardless of what was going on in my life, I was trying to make sure I had a job and I was meditating. So while all that was happening, I was paying attention to these numbers. Like there came a situation in my life where I had to make a decision, and the numbers gave me it gave me a different route. It gave me a different path, right? So when I took that route, I took that path, I started to notice that, man, these numbers are really helping me. Like this is really real. One thing I remember, because since I grew up in the Christian faith, right, Baptist church, is you test that spirit. And that's what I began to do. I started to test the things that I was learning. And the things that I was learning about these numbers, oh boy, it connected. Everything was connecting. So I was like, okay, let me give you an idea of some of the things I learned. I shared in my last video. Number 33. 33 means the confirmation. When you see 33, that means, okay, yes, that's confirmation. Yes, that's correct. So if you ask something or you be like, man, should I go to this basketball game? And then like you see number 33, confirmation. Yeah, go on, hit that mug up. That mean go. So yeah, that's one of the numbers. Another number, my birthday, 109. That's significant to me. It reminds me to focus on my soul purpose. Feel me? What I was created here for. What I was created for. So with these numbers, I started noticing that other things were true. Meaning, I learned about frequencies and vibrations, and I also learned how numbers hold frequencies and vibrations, right? And these frequencies and vibrations that it holds, the power comes from the individual that places the power within it. Let me give you an example. Social Security number. If you're American, we all got Social Security numbers. Now, what do you use your Social Security number for? The most times you use it, either whether it's for doing your taxes, or if you're working, trying to get a job, you put in your Social Security number. So your Social Security number, right? And most times the last four is synonymous or significant with money, getting money, right? So when I see the last four of my social, which obviously I'm not gonna say, but when I see the last four of my social, every single time I see it, bro, I get money. Every single time. And it has not ever failed. When I say this thing 100% accuracy, this and the I am is the two things that's 100% accuracy that I've done that I've always manifested what I desire, if not more. Straight up. Those two things right there. So with that being said, look, it's time to start paying attention to these numbers around us, start paying attention to, what we see. Because these numbers is how our ancestors communicate with us. For my ancestors trying to tell us, trying to give us a sign, you feel me? So those numbers are that. And what's also awesome about it, if you look in the Bible, it's also throughout the Bible. And this, I haven't done this yet. Well, I did kind of a little bit, but go through the Bible and look at all the 33rd verses and tell me what they say. Anything with 33 in it, or even just the number three, bro. I guarantee you're gonna find some of the most significant Bible verses, bro. Straight up. but it's not just only that. Like it's so because here's the thing: all of the numbers are significant. They all got their own significant part. It's just like a body, right? The nose can't be the foot, right? The foot can't be the hand, right? So is that's how it is with the numbers. So zero is a multiplier, meaning that zero is times. So the way I see it, or the way I create it, right? And my reality is when I see zero, I see an X or a times table, right? So if you say 109, in reality, that's what? 1 times 9 or 1x9, right? And what that zero is really like it's a multiplier or it's an amplifier. So 109 is really 19. See what I'm saying? Multiplied or magnified, basically. Feel me? 1090 is really 19 multiplied twice because it got two O's in there. Feel me? So when this guy dropped this video on he dropped a video on I want to say Instagram. I feel like maybe it was TikTok, Instagram. I don't know. I think it was Instagram. Dropped a video on there talking about frequencies, and he was talking about certain numbers that helped him. And he said like he only got to smoke green. And it's funny that he said that. Let me tell you why. Because I noticed that when I get into those high mental states or high meditative state, bro, I don't be wanting to smoke no green. I don't be wanting to smoke nothing. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't want to like put nothing in my body that's gonna upset that feeling or that flow, right? So boom, let's take it back. So with that being said, right? You know, I believe that, and so let me tell you what the numbers are, right? Because now I got them down to where I remember them just like that, and I'll tell you how I remember it. But the entire number in its entirety is 100 110 5010. I'm gonna say it again. 100 110 5010. Since I love these numbers so much, right? I'm gonna tell you how I looked at it for me to remember it. I broke it up. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. The first number obviously is 1. The second set of numbers is 00. The third set of number is 110. And the fourth set is 5010. If you break it down like that, that might help you remember it until you can just say it straight out, which is 100 110 5010. All right. Also, if you break that whole thing down, and this was also cool about this, once you break that whole thing down, right? All you do is just add the numbers, numerology, gematria. You just add them, right? So let's do that real quick. We got 100 110 5010. So let's see what that equals. So we got 1, which is 1, and then the 1 and 1, that makes it 3, right? 3 ones plus the 5, that's 8, plus the 9. So that means endings, conclusions, and new beginnings. That's what the number 9 is. All right. See, every number is significant and has a certain vibration and frequency along with it. And number 9 is just that. So when you say those numbers 100 110 5010, it's almost as if you're saying 9. That's what you're telling the universe. You're telling the universe in those ones and zeros. You know, you want endings, new beginnings, new beginnings, conclusions, new beginnings. And that's what you put in the universe, and that's what you get back, because that's what you're putting in the universe. And see, the whole key of really understanding this whole thing is you got to know what you're putting out in the universe. Because a lot of us, there you go again. And see, that's significant too. That 357, I get to that in a different video. But you got to know what you're putting into the universe. See what I'm saying? That way, you'll get back what you intend. Because right now, as of today, there are a lot of people putting things out in the universe that they don't want to get back, but they don't know that because they don't know that they have this power to put out in the universe and get back what they desire. You know, that's one of the reasons why I stopped rapping. Because Because I noticed the things that I was saying, I didn't want them things to happen, like fighting and killing people. Like, that ain't nothing I wanted, bro. So that's the real reason why I ain't rapping. And I can rap, bro. But again, it's no story. But yeah, man. So I just want to go ahead and drop the video. As much like all these things, man. This is what uplifts me, enlightens me. This is me doing my purpose. And regardless of if people watch it, people will. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. Like me just trusting that, look, you got to put these videos out and people going to come later on, but the information going to be available. And that's the whole point of it, making this information available, through my experience. But this is the Do Right experience. I am Do Right Everything. And man, we in.